For the last 4 days, crews have been working nonstop to rescue as many people as possible. And firefighters say they're not giving up hope just yet. We have live team coverage out of Surfside tonight. Our Wakisha Bailey has been speaking with families as they wait for news of their loved ones. But we begin with our Steve King with the latest update on the search and rescue efforts. Steve?
Gianna, well, right now crews are in the process of removing large pieces of debris from all of that rubble right behind Champlain Towers South. We're looking at the tower right now. We were able to see a crane from this vantage point just a minute ago, but that crane is now out of our viewing range at this point. But firefighters say they now have the fire in the rubble under control, and they've made more progress on a trench that they've carved out through the rubble, which is now 125 feet long.
This trench is very critical to the continuation of the search and rescue process. We've continued all night to build that trench.
Our rescue teams are nonstop, doing all that we can, searching every area, every bit of hope to see if we can find a live victim. And it's a very, very slow process because if there's anything we see, we need to make sure we're going through in a very slow, methodical process for the best attempt of a rescue.
Along with 4 additional bodies, more human remains were found overnight as well.
We're pulling residents out of the rubble and we're supporting the families. That's our only objective right now.
FEMA is also working to help the affected families.
And we are going to be working with them directly, face to face, as they learn how to apply for assistance and navigate the federal system. And we are going to make sure that we give them the assistance that they need.
Part of FEMA's role is assisting residents of the collapsed building's sister building, Champlain Towers North, after Surfside leaders told them they should consider relocating while inspectors look at the structural integrity of the building. Governor Ron DeSantis was at the site again Sunday, where he was asked what will be done after the cause of the collapse is determined.
We want to obviously get a definitive explanation of what happened and to see what the proper response would be, either from a local or state level or even both. But clearly, if there's anything that could be done to prevent something like this, we've got to do everything we can to do that. Now, donations continue to pour in from around the world, and there are rescue teams here from both Israel and Mexico assisting in the efforts. The state of Florida has now declared an administrative declaration through the Small Business Administration so that any individuals or businesses affected financially by this collapse can get disaster loans. Reporting live in Surfside, Steve King, WPBF 25 News.
Steve, thank you. Now, if you or anyone you know is having trouble getting in contact with family, write this number down here on your screen. This is the reunification line families can call, 305-614-1819. And if your family members are accounted for, officials would like to know that information as well. There's also concern for nearby residents. The vice mayor of Surfside saying today they're looking into some concerning images from Champlain Towers East.
There's something in the garage that was alerted to us through a resident there. He sent photographs of the structure and wanted us to evaluate the structure, and I believe that's being done.
What do the photographs show?
They show significant chipping of the concrete on the columns.
Cracks?
No, chunks.
Well, as Steve mentioned, FEMA is helping those who choose to evacuate Champlain Towers North, the so-called sister building. And as crews continue to search for survivors, some family members are now being allowed to visit the Champlain Towers South collapse site. Our Wakisha Bailey is at the new Family Reunification Center tonight. Wakisha, you've been speaking with those families for the last few days.
Yeah, Gianna, and you know what? Rightfully so. Emotions are extremely high out here. As we're starting to see people come out of the reunification center, I can tell you this, that those hugs are a lot longer and they are holding each other a lot tighter. And as you mentioned, a shuttle has been starting here about 2 o'clock today, and they've been transporting families from here to the site, and everyone who has boarded those buses, well, they remain hopeful. 2 city buses pulled up to the Grand Beach Hotel that's now become the reunification center. Groups of people from friends to family consoled one another as they headed back to Champlain Towers South, a place that some say they frequently visited their loved ones. Back at the site, first responders headed into day 4 with the task of combing through the rubble in hopes of bringing these families closure. Feeding South Florida volunteers loaded up pallets of water while inside a nearby building. Pillows and blankets were en route to the community and the reunification centers. And just over an hour later, they returned. The same group of people and friends headed back inside here to the Grand Beach Hotel while they will continue their wait. And once again, those shuttles, they have been going about every hour since about 2 o'clock. And I would say that people spent probably about close to an hour at the site. We did approach some of those families, and at this time they have requested their privacy. Reporting from Surfside, Waukesha Bailey, WPBF 25 News.
Waukesha, thank you. Officials have also set up a bilingual grief counseling hotline for anyone in need of emotional support following this collapse. That number is right there on your screen. 833-848-1762. And don't forget, you can always get the latest breaking news updates sent straight to your phone. All you have to do is point your phone camera right here at the QR code you see on your screen, and it'll take you to our free WPBF 25 News app. Right now, a man is in custody after police say he fired several shots from an apartment balcony in Boca Raton. After hours of having residents shelter in place, officials say there's no further threat tonight. Our Ari Height is in Boca Raton with the latest details.
All right, most importantly, nobody was shot here. There were no injuries, but this was a really scary situation. A guy just standing on his balcony firing shots. Police believe he was shooting at police officers, but they don't know why. Let me step out of the shot here so you can see. It all happened right here, a third floor balcony at the Allure Apartments on Congress Avenue here in Boca Raton. Police have identified the shooter as Kyle Raymond, 25 years old. He's a resident here. Police tell me this happened around 1:30 this afternoon. Another resident called 911 to say a person was acting strangely in the parking lot here, and they thought the person had a gun in the pocket of his sweatshirt. When police arrived, the man had gone back inside his apartment, but they say he then came back out onto his balcony and started shooting at them.
I just thought it was like a transformer or something. And then, probably like 30 minutes later, you heard about 12 to 15 shots back to back. And then that's the last shooting we heard of.
He was on his balcony, I believe it was the third floor of the apartment, firing in the general vicinity. So, I mean, a police car did get hit with a bullet. So, you know, that's enough to put our officers' safety and lives in danger. So at that point, we retreat. We bring in the SWAT team, negotiators, and try to talk him peacefully and calmly out because we want a peaceful resolution. And that's what happened. He came out without incident.
Again, the suspect's name is Kyle Raymond. He is now in police custody. As to why this happened, police say they do not know, but they are working to find out. In Boca Raton, Ari Height, WPBF 25 News.
And we have not one, but two areas in the tropics we're watching, one a little bit closer to home that could impact South Carolina and even Georgia early for tomorrow morning. We'll have details on that and, of course, your local forecast when I come back after the break.
Welcome back. The grief process for the families of the victims in the Surfside building collapse is just beginning, and the South Florida community is pulling together to let them know they're not alone. Our Shane Wright has more on the fund that's now raised over $1 million in support, and the billionaire businessman who opened up his wallet and his heart.
While tragedy sometimes takes life, it also sometimes gives life to compassion and charity.
The funding gap